Hello and welcome to the KEYPOINT episode of this week. We are talking about access to education and also studying abroad. Now we understand that these are concepts that are interconnected, that offer opportunities for individuals, for personal and professional growth beyond borders. By enhancing quality education, individuals can overcome the financial and geographical gap or barriers that they face. Now I have in the studios with me three gentlemen who are going to talk about what education access is, studying abroad, the challenges, and everything that is involved in this conversation. So I have on my immediate left Mr. Samuel Gadagui, who is the Director of Global Perspective, and then next to him, Mr. Boevi Wolanyo Lawson, the Director of Studies at International Education Pathways, and Mr. Gideon Olaitan Jordan, Coordinator for UCMAS Togo. Thank you for honoring the invitation.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm delighted to have you here on the set for today. I hope we are going to have very interesting conversation.
Okay.
Now, as the topic itself says, access to education and then studying abroad, would want to first of all start by giving our viewers a little bit of insight when we talk about access to education and then studying abroad. So I will start with Mr. Sam on this one, just a little brush on it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. When it comes to discussing the educational needs of humanity, access is one very important parameter. Okay. And traditionally it's been focused on what percentage or proportion of society are able to benefit from education. And it has been the preoccupation of governmental organizations and non-governmental agencies alike. With us in global perspectives, we do a lot to ensure that education doesn't remain the preserve of the rich only. In fact, it's one of the reasons why we are here today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Mr. Lawson, any addition to that?
By bringing the word to our citizens here in Togo, to our countrymen in Togo, we ensure that they have access to quality education, even when they are here, before they move outside. Okay. So that's what we do at Global Perspective.
Okay. So now, Mr. Sam, you are going to give us more details or an in-depth on what you actually do at Global Perspective, what advantages people may have by dealing with, Global Perspective.
Yeah, thank you very much. As you've rightly said, we have devoted most of our work at Global Perspective to promoting equity or access to education. Okay. But we do add another very important parameter, which is the quality. So our Global Perspective, we focus on using global or well-tested solutions to address our local educational needs. And in the area of ensuring that quality matches access, we do work with institutions like schools at the high school, primary schools, and as the discussion goes on, my colleague, Mr. Olaitan, will give more details on that. And also, we do have a center here at Agwai where we really resource young people, make them to be ready for life. Okay. And so,
I'll move to Mr. Lawson. Talking about international education pathways, when we hear the name, what should come to mind?
What should come to mind is that IEP, or International Education Pathways, is a K-12 school. What do I mean by that? We take students from kindergarten.
Okay.
In our local dialect here in Togo, we call it maternelle.
Okay.
And we train them up to grade 12, which is our terminal.
Okay.
We make sure that we train them in a way in which they can succeed everywhere they go. Okay. That's what we mean by quality education. Okay. And what is that everywhere? That everywhere is that we want them to be ready, first, for higher studies.
Okay, before we get there, let me even bring my next question, because I was going to come to where you tell us how you make the student ready for the higher education and then the other one. So I will start with you on this question now. So how do you prepare the students at international pathways or generally in terms of education for the work life in general, and then for higher education?
Correct. First of all, before I talk about how we prepare them for success in their higher education, the workplace, in their personal lives, I want to define those terms a bit.
Go ahead.
You know, when we talk about higher education, we want to talk about what goes on after they graduate from us. We don't want our students to just
be limited
and stay in the house. No, we want them to continue. And that continuation can happen everywhere, anywhere in the world. Be it Ghana, be it USA, Canada, France, everywhere in the world. We want our students to be successful in every university, every college, in any country in the world. So how do we do that? It's by giving them access to what happens in the world. You know, we have a mantra, if I can call it that way.
Okay.
We use global perspectives. We use 21st century pedagogy.
Okay.
And we use ethics to train our students.
Okay.
Now, let me tell them one after the other.
Okay.
We're global perspective. We bring the world, what the best the world has to offer, we bring it to Togo here.
Okay.
We use an award-winning curriculum, right from the US. So what good students in good schools in the US do, our students do it in
back
Togo.
home. All right.
So our courses are hosted on a platform.
Okay.
The student just needs his account username, his password. He has access to all the lessons.
Okay.
And that is what happens in the USA. Imagine a student who gets trained with that system, and that student gets admission into a school in Canada, a very good school in Canada or the US. It's the same thing that student will have to do there.
I think it gives room also to access to technology where they are already abreast of what they should expect in case they want to enroll outside the schools in their home.
And that is the 21st century pedagogy we are talking about.
Exactly.
And it's not just technology. Technology is just a part of it.
Of it, sure.
You know, education has moved away from the traditional way of doing things, where the teacher stands in front of the class.
Teaching.
He dictates everything, and students have to take notes passively. No, we've moved away from that. Now students have to play an active role in the process. And what is that active role? It is the student going home, doing research, getting access consistently. And that is what we do at International Education Pathways. So when we do that, the student is ready for higher education. But not only for higher education, we produce bilinguals. And you will agree with me that being a bilingual now in the world,
exactly.
you are totally ready for the workplace.
Exactly.
You can work anywhere. So our students become bilingual when they graduate from us. And anywhere they go, they can work and succeed.
I mean, it is important to learn languages beyond your maternal languages and even language that is maybe in your country. I think it's a very formidable initiative to have people train in both languages. If I can add up to that is that even you are actually in a French-speaking country, we are having a TV program in English. It also speaks to being bilingual. Imagine it wasn't that room available, you probably wouldn't be able to do that. So any other last addition before I move to...
Yeah, one thing I would like to add is how we prepare them for life.
Okay.
No, we can talk, nobody can overemphasize the importance of the academics and preparing students to succeed at different workplaces. But there is one thing that we usually forget. You know, it is good getting a good job. It is good getting good money, good salary. But one thing we forget to emphasize is that we need to be good people.
Exactly.
In our personal lives.
Yeah.
And we as Africans, Africans that we are, we want our students to become good people. Good people who can impact first their family, second their communities, third their nation positively.
Exactly.
And when they do that, Africa will surely be the best continent in the world.
You're actually touching on some of the ideologies I do have because I also do training for people in journalism. I work with students from the university as well. And one thing I always tell them is that you have to train the person beyond the school. If you don't, the person can be good at developing websites, can be good at interpreting, but it's a human being that has to take the activity. Maybe one or two things wrong about you as a person might hinder you from that professional development, which is also part of the introduction I did when we began. So, Mr. Gideon, Mr. Lawson spoke extensively touched on some of the things, but I want to what is UCMAS?
Okay, thank you. First of all, UCMAS stands for Universal Concept of Mental Arithmetic System.
Take it slowly for us. So U is for?
Universal.
C?
Concept.
M?
Mental.
A?
Arithmetic.
S?
System.
Okay. Now you can give us more explanation.
So it is a program that has been designed to develop the full intellectual potential of children between the age of 6 to 14.
Okay.
So the program develops in kids abilities, cognitive abilities like concentration.
Okay.
And with that concentration, they are able to use it in class, and it can impact all the subjects they do.
Okay, let me put a pause on that. When you talk about concentration, there is this phrase we have been saying, a concentrated man is never disturbed. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is because, if we are here right now and then there's a little bit of activity, we might be distracted.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I'm understanding with the application of the UC Mass, you are able to instill that sense of concentration in the students. Okay, you go ahead with it.
We are able to instill that sense of concentration in the student. They are able to concentrate in any kind of environment.
Okay.
There can be noise around them, but if they decide to be concentrated on the work, the assignment they have to do, they will concentrate on the assignment they have to do. They won't be disturbed. It also develops their memory. It means read something and not forget it. Keep it in mind. And that helps them when they have to learn their lessons in school, in school, or do assignments the teacher give them in school.
When you said mental, my mind was when we do the multiplication table 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 4. That is where my mind went to, but I think it goes beyond.
UCMAS goes beyond that. It's true. We use arithmetics. It means addition, multiplication, subtraction, division of both double-digit and single-digit numbers to develop their brains, but it goes beyond that. We have various activities we do in UCMAS, like flashcards, speed writing, all those things. We do.
Spelling bee also part.
We do spelling bee for numbers.
Okay. So what are the benefits, or how eligible can someone be to, go through the UCMAS process?
UCMAS. Any child who is between the age of 6
to 14
is eligible to start the program.
Okay.
And any child at all.
Ready? 6, 3, minus 1, minus 5, 6, minus 4, 2, minus 5, 6, minus 3, that's it?
5.
Correct. Ready? 9, minus 4, 2, minus 5, 6, minus 2, minus 5, 2, 6, minus 1, that's it?
7.
8 is the correct answer. Ready? 6 minus 5, 2, 6 minus 4, 4 minus 6, minus 2, 5 minus 5, that's it?
1.
1 is the correct answer. Ready? 2 minus 1, 2, 6 minus 2, minus 7, 8, 1 minus 5, minus 3, 2, 5 minus 8, 4 minus 2, that's it?
2.
Correct. Ready? 5, 2, 1 minus 3, 4 minus 7, 1, 6 minus 2, 1 minus 5, 1 minus 3, 8 minus 6, that's it?
3.
3, correct. Ready? 6, 2 minus 3, 4 minus 5, minus 1, 6 minus 7, 1 minus 2, 3, 5 minus 9, 8 minus 1, that's it?
7.
7, correct. Ready? 4, 5 minus 5, 5 minus 3, 2 minus 7, 8 minus 2 minus 5, 1, 6 minus 9, 3, 5, 1 minus 3, 2 minus 6, 7 minus 8, 1, 2, 5 minus 4, 3 minus 5, 6 minus 3, 1, that's it?
7.
Correct. Ready? 2, 1, 5 minus 6, 7 minus 8, 2, 5 minus 3, 4 minus 5, minus 2, 6, 1 minus 9, 8 minus 8, 6, 2, 1 minus 4, 3 minus 6, 7 minus 6, 5, 1 minus 4, 2, 2, that's it?
9.
9 is correct. Ready? 2, 1 minus 2, 3, 5 minus 4, 1 minus 6, 7, 2 minus 4, 2, 1 minus 6, 7 minus 8 minus 1, 2, 2, 5 minus 2, 1, 1 minus 6 minus 2, 2, 5 minus 5, 5, 1 minus 9, 2, 2, 5 minus 6, that's it?
3.
3 is the correct answer. Ready? 4 minus 2, 7 minus 3 minus 5, 5, 3 minus 1 minus 5, 6 minus 5 minus 3, 7 minus 7, 3 minus 4, 2, 2 minus 1, 6 minus 6, 5 minus 3, 2 minus 5, 7 minus 3 minus 5, 2, 6 minus 9, 1, 2, 6 minus 4, that's it?
5.
5 is the correct answer.
But is it not better?
Ready? 4, 5 minus 5, 5 minus 3, 2 minus 7, 8 minus 2 minus 5, 1, 6 minus 9, 3, 5, 1 minus 3, 2 minus 6, 7 minus 8, 1, 2, 5 minus 4, 3 minus 5, 6 minus 3, 1, that's it?
7.
Correct. Ready? 2, 1, 5 minus 6, 7 minus 8, 2, 5 minus 3, 4 minus 5 minus 2, 6, 1 minus 9, 8 minus 8, 6, 2, 1 minus 4, 3 minus 6, 7 minus 6, 5, 1 minus 4, 2, 2, that's it?
9.
9 is correct. Ready? 2, 1, minus 2, 3, 5, minus 4, 1, minus 6, 7, 2, minus 4, 2, 1, minus 6, 7, minus 8, minus 1, 2, 2, 5, minus 2, 1, 1, minus 6, minus 2, 2, 5, minus 5, 5, 1, minus 9, 2, 2, 5, minus 6. That's it?
3.
3 is the correct answer. Ready? 4 minus 2, 7 minus 3 minus 5, 5, 3 minus 1 minus 5, 6 minus 5 minus 3, 7 minus 7, 3 minus 4, 2, 2 minus 1, 6 minus 6, 5 minus 3, 2 minus 5, 7 minus 3 minus 5, 2, 6 minus 9, 1, 2, 6 minus 4. That's it?
5.
5 is the correct answer.
So I'm back to Mr. Sam on this one.
Thank you.
We want to move a bit to, we have spoke extensively about access to education.
Yeah.
We want to talk a little bit more on studying abroad because Mr. Lawson said the training involves making the student ready to work anywhere,
Yeah.
in any environment beyond, their country. So what type of student or what courses can make somebody eligible to maybe study abroad and also be able to acquire the loan? We know financial issues are there every day and out. So what are some of the courses or students that are eligible for loans and then studying abroad?
Beautiful. Thank you very much. I would say the need for people to study outside their home country mostly comes in when the student cannot get the program he wants to study in his home country. Okay, and there are situations where the student can have the program in his home country, but the quality of learning is better elsewhere. So the child who wants to get a quality education in this competitive world would like to also go abroad.
Okay.
At the end of the day, you want to be able to get education and then get a livelihood after the education.
Exactly.
And so presently, our focus is on getting students to places where after they study, they can get some good job, get some experiences to be able to bring those experiences back home towards the development of our mother continent. And so presently, in today's program, this week, we are focusing on Canada.
Okay.
Canada is a country which needs a lot of workers, but they don't need every kind of workers. There are specific domains, and I'll mention 3 key ones. One is what we call STEM: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And so there are specific programs within those domains that if anybody who is interested, in fact, presently we are looking at those who have just graduated from high school, secondary school, or what they call the lycée. Those who have graduated, and want to make sure it's not only those from the rich family, whether the family is rich or not.
I think Mr. Lawson said something similar.
Yes. And then also those who have just graduated from the university. You know, one peculiar problem we have in Togo is that our universities run 3-year programs. But when you go to the bigger part of the world, most university programs are 4 years. And when it comes to masters, not many universities, especially in the Anglophone areas, are willing to accept 3-year bachelor's degree programs into their master's program. So we've designed good programs, which in a Togolese parlance would have been licence plus 1. That is a bachelor's degree plus 1 year. In fact, we call them graduate certificate programs. And we do have also graduate diploma programs in these 3 areas, in the areas of health, in the areas of STEM, and in the areas of skilled areas, so that students would come and choose programs they are interested in. And once they choose it, then if they have money to be able to fund it, fine. If they do not have the money, then we help them by giving them loans.
That brings me to my very next questions, because when you spoke early on about Canada needing workers, but not just every kind of worker. I see a lot of ads online. People talk about it all the time, but people are not so convinced about how to, maybe what processes involved, what they have to do before. So if you can enlighten us on the processes and the procedures involved in securing that loan and also going abroad, that would be very helpful.
You are very much right. Not everything online is credible. Yes. Indeed, all we want for even young people who have not yet graduated is they should take their learning seriously. Because Canada needs workers, but they need workers who have minimum education. And that minimum education, those who work better, their chances get better. In fact, over 10 years or so or into this educational consultancy, I have not yet met any intelligent student who worked very well at school who got denied visa before. Yes. And so one of the key things they are looking for is that the people should be academically good. The baseline is that they should be able to qualify for universities in their own home country first. And two, they should have the needed language requirements. Otherwise, they will have to get there, study some language over there before they start their programs. And then three, they should have a program that Canada is interested in if they want to get the loan. If they are interested in the program Canada is not interested in, they are still will be able to go, but the loan scheme we are talking about today will not be able to cater for them. That is why we think we need to have more face-to-face interaction with the people, and reason for which we are organizing a PEEP program in Togo, in Lomé this week. As we get there, maybe I'll have the chance to talk about that. Now, so basically, we want students to come to us with their either high school graduation certificates and the certificates and then the transcripts, what we call the review. If they have those two, the next thing we may need is to have passports. If they have passports, then we are
just to cut in. If the person doesn't have a passport, is there any way you could help or maybe assist them? If I can
we guide them with information. Getting genuine passports, ID card and nationality in Togo is not difficult at all.
Really?
Oh yes, that's the way I see it, because I see when it comes to that, things work in Togo. My students, when they need, I just work with them. Sometimes they don't need any middleman. Stay in the queue.
Follow the procedure.
In 2 weeks, they get their passport, and I get amazed. I think things work in Togo. Yes.
So we've touched on most of the things. We've spoken of international pathways, we've spoken of UCMAS, global perspective, all those aspects that goes more with access to education and then studying abroad. Now, you were speaking earlier on about an event. Can you give us more details on that?
Thank you very much. It's a very important event, mostly for young people who are in the final year of either lycée or licence or bachelor's degree. They don't need to graduate before this year's. If they want to study in Canada on loan, probably the family is not financially robust, we are willing to help them get access to funds, enough funds to cover the entire tuition fees. Not only that, for some people, if their program is for 2 years, we are willing to provide them funding for the 2 years. The first and second years. In addition, if they need living expenses, we are able to cover the living expenses as well. It should be possible for us to grant one person up to 60,000 Canadian dollars in aid, or not in loan. Let me clarify that very well. Yes. So that is what program we want to get information out there to people. We want people to come and meet us on Saturday, so that we can check their eligibility, let them know about the various programs, how much they stand to earn after they graduate from the program, and then we'll also talk about how they will pay those loans back. Imagine you come from a family who is not very rich, and then you are able to get maybe a company coming to your aid to provide you the funding, which you use to apply for your visa. You get a visa, you get to school. At the end of your first month in Canada, you get paid $1,700 for accommodation and living expenses. Accommodation and your food, your transport. You get $1,700, and you keep getting that for the whole of the first year. I think it's a fantastic information. We don't want to hide it, and we want to let the Togolese know.
Okay, so I don't want to make spoilers so that people will see they've heard everything on the program and they wouldn't be there. So I think we'll have to leave the rest of the information to the event on Saturday, so that when they come, they will be more abreast with whatever they need to do.
That is it.
So we've touched on almost every aspect. If you have any last words, I'll start with Mr. Lawson.
Good.
Anything you want to add up to the conversation before we close the show for today?
Yeah, we started our whole discussion with having access to quality education.
Exactly.
And I want to assure all your viewers that there is quality education here in Togo.
Okay.
And that quality education is at international education
pathways.
When you come,
okay,
we will train you for higher education, we will train you for the workplace, and we will train you for your personal life. I'm a parent, I have kids.
Okay.
And one thing I get worried about is how to train them so that tomorrow they become good citizens. If you're like me, you are a parent, you want your child or your children, in case you have more than one,
sure,
to become good people, please come on Saturday. Come and hear what we have to tell you, and you'll be amazed.
Okay, so Mr. Gideon,
I will also encourage people to not miss the Saturday program.
Okay. So I will take your last words and then your summing up for this one.
The program will happen at Hotel Edauba.
Okay.
And it's going to be on Saturday, April 20, or 20th April, at exactly 10 o'clock.
Okay.
A ball road show lead to Hotel
Is it an
Edauba.
open place that when they come,
Yes,
they can...
you don't need to pay anything at all. Just get to Hotel Edauba and you'll see our ushers there. It will lead you to the events ground, where we give you all the information you need to know. Look, it's a golden age to be a Togolese young man today. Yes. And the good thing too is that with the help of International Education Pathways, whoever wants to take advantage of this program should not be afraid. In fact, by the time you even leave Lomé, you're already a bilingual. So International Education Pathway will train you in the English aspect, so that when you go, you can finish your program in the Anglophone part of Canada, but you can decide to work everywhere in the world. Yeah, so that's what I want to add.
So thank you, Mr. Gideon Olaitan Jordan, who is the coordinator for UCMAS Togo, Mr. Boevi Wolanyo Lawson, the director of studies at International Education Pathways, and lastly, Mr. Samuel Gadagoi, who is the director of Global Perspective. Thank you for enlightening us on the access to education and also studying abroad. I am entreating everyone who is following this program today to come on Saturday to Edaoba at 10 a.m. for a very insightful and very important communication or information that will be helpful to you in terms of education and also studying abroad. So we've come to the end of the KEYPOINT episode this week. You can follow us on YouTube, New World TV, the KEYPOINT playlist. You can also follow us on Facebook, the KEYPOINT with double I. The show comes your way every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Catch a repeat same time on Sundays. It's a bye for this week.